welcome to the Topia podcast, where we talk about pop culture and other interesting news that happen to catch our attention with your hosts, Amani, Edwin, and Antonio. But before we dive into any of those topics, we like to start the podcast off with question of the week. If you want to leave us a question, just comment down below. We'll be sure to shout you out. Anyway, this week's question is: can a live action anime adaptation work? Can it be successful? This question was brought to us by Edwin, so I'm not sure if you want to go first.
Now look, obviously this is up to everybody's interpretations, right? Everybody is gonna absorb different medias differently. Some people will enjoy it a lot, some people won't. Like I actually know some people that are fans of like the Dragon Ball Evolution live action movie. I don't know how, but they actually enjoy it and they'll stick by it, right? So obviously it is not supposed to be like, oh, the default answer, but in my opinion, most of the time it's gonna be a no, right? Because anime, I feel like anime and just animations in general were created because there are just some things you can't do in real life, right? Or just some things you can't really portray as well in real life. And there's also a lot of limitations with like, actors, CGI. You have to like build the environment around you. So a lot of animes take place in these vast, crazy worlds, crazy environments. I'm trying to think of a good example. Not Cyberpunk. Well, Cyberpunk actually is a great example. Like the city of Cyberpunk is so futuristic, so out there that if we were to make a live action movie, 99% of that movie is basically going to be CGI. So that alone is already like putting a big hinder on your like project. Like if the CGI is not good, the whole movie's not going to be good. It's just a lot of pressure to put on yourself. So for the most part, I would honestly say no. It's not going to work.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Antonio, you want to go next?
Repeat the question one more time.
Do you think a live action anime adaptation can be successful? We got the new One Piece live action coming out and other stuff.
I think it's doable if the right people get their hands. You know what I mean? Like the One Piece, I'm pretty sure they're gonna put their heart and soul into it. And at the end
Hmm.
of the day, like they're gonna do the best they fucking can. Especially they got the heart and the blessing from the original creator. I'm not sure who gave the Dragon Ball Evolution people their blessings, but those are obviously the wrong
Yeah,
people that
that's
they give it.
facts.
But honestly, on how it's handled, because I definitely saw the movie. The movie I was even trying to tell you, the Itachi the Killer, that's actually based off of a manga. The manga is somewhat like weird, but the movie, because of the budget they had in the year it came out, it was somewhat doable. People appreciate it. If they definitely remake it, way better. Like just one of those things, like you just got to depends on the director and the story. But One Piece is too fucking goofy. Where it's like, how can you live action this?
Nah, I see where you're coming from. I agree with what Antonio was saying. Like, it's kind of a mixture. Like I think the
Hmm.
fucking JoJo live action is good. Like, I don't know why there are any haters for it. Like, I just like the
I
part
haven't even seen
four.
it.
Like, I don't know if they did the other parts, but like the part four, I thought that was like really good, really faithful, and I think that's a good example
Hmm.
of live action. But then, like Antonio said, there are people who have no respect for it, like the Dragon Ball people with their Dragon Ball Evolution, whatever. The new One Piece coming out, to me, it's kind of like 50-50. Like Antonio was saying, One Piece is a little too goofy to do live action. Like, he draws all the characters super fucking crazy. It's like, I don't know how you bring that to live
Yeah.
action. And then Luffy with his fucking stretching powers, stretching never looks good in CGI. That's another risk. I'm not excited for it.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you. I've seen some screenshots of it. The Luffy stretching seems okay. Like you can obviously tell it's. I mean, obviously, right? With a project like this, you can obviously tell everything's CGI just going off of it. But I feel like it's one of those CGIs where it's not even like truly believable. Like you can just obviously tell that it's fake. But I think the worst part that I've seen was just the way Arlong looks. Like he looks more human than fish. And again, that's like one of the limitations when it comes to like what you can do with the anime characters and just the world. Like you're gonna be limited either by CGI or but just literal human bodies. You can't do everything the way it was originally
Yeah,
designed.
definitely. It'll show. So I think it's 50. I wouldn't even say 50-50. I think it's like a 10% success rate, and that's if you have the creator's permission and a clear vision and a good budget
Hmm.
and proper
And
time.
proper time.
But I feel like most of the time,
Like no movie is good when it's rushed, but let alone a live anime adaptation.
and I don't even think they're going that far in the One Piece one either. But we'll wrap that up for the question of the week. Let us know what you guys think about the live action. Oh, whoops, texted. Let us know what you think about the live action anime adaptations. Are you excited for the One Piece? Are you not excited for it? Moving on to the next subject, it's anime news. And this article was submitted by Antonio. Basically, this was, and I'll have this link in the description too, but in the YouTube video. But Leonardo DiCaprio is basically trying to make a live action Akira film. So, do you think that's going to be successful? Do you think he could pull it off?
He definitely got the connection, but I'm not sure if he's gonna direct. He might just be a producer. He might just be behind the scenes. Hopefully, he can get everyone board. This can definitely go. I mean, many directions. Right now, they're about to have him work with another top tier director. So whoever's directing the movie can definitely be done. Especially Leonardo is attached to it.
Yeah, he's going to be the producer.
Mm,
But then again, he does have the stinkers. He does have his stinkers.
I'm gonna say no. Honestly, like we just talked about how hard it is to make a faithful adaptation that can look good, let alone just be good. And if anyone has seen Akira, then you know that that is not something you can just copy and paste into live action. Like the entire movie itself would have to be CGI, like from top to finish. A whole thing would have to be CGI. Basically, just like how Ready Player One was. Me and Antonio were talking about that a little bit earlier. And while if they were to go that route where everything was fully CGI, then maybe they could have potential. But just thinking about the sheer fucking budget that the CGI alone would cost, let alone with the actors and then production and then editing and promote, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anyone in their right mind with the track records of live action anime would really put that much money behind this. Not faithfully, you know. I think everybody's going to be very hesitant and they're going to have to see like some type of starting. Like I think he's gonna have to like start it on his own before he gets like any real type of funding and backup from like any major studios.
Me personally, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Edwin. Like, I'm not really too excited for this. Like, there's only limited things you can do in real life. Like, think about the art in Akira. Like, that's what people care about for Akira. It was like the art style and like the story too. But like, you don't understand how impactful like Akira was. Like that little bike slide shit that they do. I don't know how well that's gonna translate into live action, them riding around in the bikes on and shit.
It'll probably be
Like
the only
maybe,
good part of the
yeah.
movie.
But like them driving in the bikes and they leave the little light trails, like the light trails all their bikes leave behind, bro. That shit is so
Oh,
beautiful, so smooth.
They got to make some pointers from Tron or something.
I was just thinking that like if they use some Tron techniques, but again, the bikes is honestly the least I'm worried about. It's more about like the atmosphere of the city and just the world itself. You know, like it's a post-nuclear. What was it? Not a nuke, but like a huge
So they
bomb
have to
goes
be like on
off.
like a cyberpunk Mad Max type of city.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But at the same time, it can't feel like it is Cyberpunk or Mad Max, 'cause that's not what Akira is. It's such like it's just a weird vibe, a unique, original, weird vibe that when you're watching that movie that I never get from any other world in any other series. So like I feel like the world itself in Akira is basically another character. You know, like they need to perfect the world not just visually, but how it's interacting with the characters and how the characters are interacting with the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the world has to be alive in the background, basically, and that's just something
Yeah.
I don't think they can do.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have the work cut out for them. I remember reading an article where it said they created like over 100 different colors for the Akira movie. Like they created new colors for the fucking movie, bro. Like
Damn.
that's what I'm most worried about. Like taking an anime medium and translating it to live action. That could be tough. That could be very, very tough. But hey,
Very, very
Leonardo
tough.
DiCaprio got the money, so he said I'm gonna fucking do it.
Oh, I was gonna say if he sticks through it, then he has my support because I never want any anime project to fail. I just don't have
Mm,
expectations
true.
for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Edwin sent this LOCK.
Yes, sir. After Antonio was
So
gatekeeping.
then, just in case nobody knows, Blue Lock is a new anime. It came out a couple months ago. Well, according to this, it's 10 months ago. But yeah, last year. Great soccer anime, great sports anime. We talked about it in our other episodes, so definitely go check those out. But Blue Lock wrapped up, and it has left a big hole in the anime community. Like all the egoists everywhere. Like this, Blue Lock was holding us over.
It was.
Great anime, great hype. And now this right here is the Nagi movie episode
Mm.
coming out in 2024. No official release date yet, but whenever it does drop, we're on that shit day one.
Okay, spring for Japan, so definitely sometime if not exactly spring for us, a little bit after spring. But shit, I'm excited for this. Let me tell you. Usually, when animes like go back and they go back to like the early start of the season and try to like retell you the story again, I'm not interested. I'm like, who cares? We already saw this in the season. But not only are they using the perspective of a different character, but that different character is also my favorite character in the entire series. Like Nagi is a goat. He carries any team he's on. He's just so chill and cool the entire time. Like I love characters that are like that. Call me cliche, but I just love characters that can do the best type of shit without trying. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your main characters that always got to train and shit to be the best. They work hard for it. But the characters that are just born that good, they're just born him. I don't know. They just hit different for me.
No, yeah, I could definitely respect it. At first, when they introduced Nagi, I was 50-50 on him. I didn't think he would be have any real staying power. I thought he was really annoying, but they do well to turn him into a likable character as the anime goes on. I don't know if he could handle his own movie. This shit, like when they say movie, I wonder how long it's gonna be. If it's like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe. I wonder if he could do a whole movie though. We'll see. I wasn't that interested in him.
Yeah, it says episodes, so I don't think it'll be longer than like 40, 45 minutes.
But hey, we'll see when it drops. Be a good watch regardless.
We can't wait for season two, so definitely stick tuned because we're gonna review season two as soon as it comes out.
And moving on, I do want to talk about this Spy X Family season 2 coming out in October, just a few months.
I
Oh
got
yeah,
that
they also had a
movie.
movie too. I didn't see it, but
They had a
Or
movie.
is the movie first, or is it after
I
the
think it already
season?
came out. Maybe, probably. Or I'm
It did?
thinking, but I just wanted to highlight the new season coming out.
Shit.
This is a great anime right here. I read it when it was just a manga, and then I heard they got the anime announcement. I was hype. I was like, oh shit. This is just a nice chill anime, when you need a break from all the violence and the fighting and the domain expansions, when you just need a break, chill out. This is the anime right here. This is the anime. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to talk about Boruto. So basically the new chapter came out and the characters are going through a time skip. There's like a 2 year time skip, maybe more time skip, and all the characters got a new character
Mhm.
design. But once again, Ikimoto is under attack for his character for Sarada. That's not the original. Let me show you the original.
Yeah, I'm about to
Yeah,
say, 'cause this looks
this
very
is
tamed.
the
Oh, okay, there it
original.
is.
There you go.
For context,
I mean,
my first reaction was, why the fuck is she in high heels and then those shorts?
yeah.
Right?
It's like, what's going on here?
Is it a short? I thought it was a romper. Are
Bro,
those
I don't
shorts? I thought
even
it was
know.
just one
Because she got the
outfit.
belt with it. So I heard people on
I
Twitter say
don't.
they're booty shorts. That's what I heard people
Mm,
on Twitter saying. I don't know.
Nah, that
It
could be
could
one
be.
whole
It could
piece.
yeah, I
be.
think it's a romper if I'm not mistaken.
You just have it. It randomly has a belt.
Yeah, for fashion, you know what I'm saying? But I can definitely see why people are still a little like not okay with the design because she's
Yeah,
like
like,
what 15,
yeah.
16, I
And it's,
think.
to me, it's just not.
Yeah. Why? What points her in this direction?
I have no idea. Like, to me, it's just not ninja like. Like, high heels? You're not fighting in high heels. What the fuck? You're a
Yeah,
ninja.
you're really
Like,
not.
remember in Naruto when everyone had the same shinobi slippers? Like, they all had the slippers and the
Yeah,
headbands, like a uniform, because they're in the military, kinda. And so, like, they should all have a uniform
yeah.
to a certain extent. And it's like, I don't know what this is. And then leg warmers on the bottom, that's too much. I've heard other people on Twitter call out the strapless dress. Like there are no straps on her shit. It's just like a shirt basically just covered over, and like I could see the outrage. I could see the outrage. I don't know what it was. This was the fan made. The fans have started drawing other shit. So this is one of the designs for like pants, the
Much
jacket
better.
ski.
Honestly, I don't even like hate the design because of just it shouldn't be an outfit for a kid or whatever. I hate it because it just doesn't make sense,
Yeah, it
right? It's a
doesn't.
It
stupid outfit.
doesn't.
Like Amani pointed out, high heels for a ninja makes no fucking sense. How are you finding in those? She wears the shortest shorts just to have leg warmers at the bottom. It's redundant. It's stupid. Like just wear pants, right? If your legs are cold, just wear pants. Or why do you have shirts in the first place? And then from there
Even
on
though the leg one
out,
is fucking baggy.
and then it's baggy too, so it's not even like all the way on. Like it should go up to her knees. If anything, you can tell they definitely like have more space. So like the inappropriate stuff aside, it's honestly a garbage fit. Like it's a terrible design. It's a terrible fit. Like it has no sense of like sense. No, it has no sense. Like it really just has no sense. It has no sense of sense. Like I don't know how it's just
I didn't pull it up here
drippy.
for the episode, but everybody else looks pretty good. It looks pretty drippy.
Baruto looking
The
badass as
show.
fuck. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I think he looks ill.
Like he came back looking better than Naruto did when he came back from Shippuden. Naruto came back from Shippuden with literally like volume 2 of his outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like that his outfit evolved or whatever the fuck. But Baruto, yeah, look at it right there. Baruto came back with the drip. I'm like, God damn, that shit look clean. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That shit's clean. I look at Sadara like, damn, I
Hmm.
really got to fight in high heels. Like that shit's crazy, bro. But look at Boruto, dripped out as fuck. But yeah, honestly, I think that's another thing that this is not really true anime related, but just going aside for why a lot of design for anime characters, especially like minors, are always very, I would say, sexualized or just not appropriate. Is because Japan is a whole different type of like country, obviously, right? Like their norms are not like our norms. They recently just increased the consent age from
Wow.
14 to 16. So that alone being said, you can kind of see why it's seen as okay for a lot of people to draw shit like this in Japan. Um, so I try not too much to like get like involved or say too much in it because it's a whole different culture, all that stuff. It's just a different point of view. I don't agree with it, but at the same time, I don't. It's not my place to be like, yeah, y'all should just start changing that. We can't change another country overnight, right? But we can definitely
Fourteen
say
to
that they're
16 is
making progress.
crazy.
No, that is crazy. The fact that they took it
I
to
didn't even know that.
2023 is crazy as fuck. But like I said, it's a whole different region, whole different country, whole different customs. There's only so much our criticism can do.
And then this is just another design right under this one. This one tries to stay more faithful, like gets rid of the straplessness and like, covers her shoulders and her chest.
Damn, the long hair
See, that
looks
Like,
one looks better.
slit. Hey, remember, she
yeah,
looks
low
more like
key. Like
Sasuke
I
that
think that one
way.
looks really nice. Again, she still has high heels in this one
Don't
though,
slip,
like
don't
still
slip.
kind of irks me, but
Yeah. Like, unless the high heels turn into a weapon, which obviously they won't, it's like, I really can't see the point of her having high
I
heels.
was turned to weapons.
Right on, like, they're into like nunchucks or some shit. I don't know, but
well,
it's like, bro, what ninja is fighting in that? I'm trying to think. Sorry, not to interrupt you. The Misukage, the female Hokage that was blue. I could be wrong, but I think she wears heels.
oh, you could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Could be wrong though. I could, but
But
I'm
this
pretty
their
sure.
character, you know what I mean? This person.
And even for a Kage, they still look stupid. But at least that person's a Kage.
And
That's
older.
like a whole fucking not only an adult, but someone that would at least have more experience fighting. They
Yeah.
could handle heels, I would assume. But and she had a dress on, so at least it matched with the outfit too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But again, the heels themselves aren't the problem. It's just the outfit and then the practicality of a young ass ninja wearing heels in a fight. That's not gonna work.
But moving on from that, Antonio also reminded me that the Seven Deadly Sins
Oh
movie part two came out.
no.
I did watch it. I had to
Yep.
rewatch. It came
I
out
finished that shit
so
last night.
long. It's
Bro.
been so long. So I had to rewatch part one and then I watched part two. Um, yo, all right, real quick, my review. I thought this shit was really, really good. I thought the animation wise, I thought the shit was better than Dragon Ball Super. I'm gonna say that. This is what Dragon Ball Super tried to be.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah.
I was watching Dragon Ball Super and I was like, turn this shit the fuck off. And then I was watching this shit and I was about to give up on it. Part one, I was really about to give up. But they were cooking with it in part two. They were cooking with it too. Like this is what Dragon Ball Super tried to do.
Hmm.
Story wise, it was good, but damn, did we need two parts? Like they dragged this shit the fuck out. Like the story
We
wasn't.
really didn't. Like the first
Yeah,
one was like an hour. This one was like 52
it wasn't good
minutes.
enough to drag out. Like if it was just one full complete thing, it would have been like, okay, yeah, you guys cooked. Here's your medal. Here's your trophy.
Even when it starts right where the
Yeah,
first movie ended. Like no
like
credits, no
damn, bro, you
nothing.
should have just made it one thing. That's my only complaint. They should have just made it one thing. From that, I did want to point out that the Scott Pilgrim anime is coming out.
Yes,
Netflix.
sir.
Yeah, right when I saw that trailer, I was like, woo!
A banger. I know it.
Yep, that's coming out. IGN posted a video.
I'm so glad they're doing animation and not live action. They're gonna have
Oh
so
yeah,
much more
definitely.
freedom.
I'm glad that it looks exactly like the comics.
Hmm.
Yeah, I actually have the first two books.
This has to be one of the most faithful adaptations when it
Yeah, it
comes
is
out.
because
Facts.
just look at this tweet right here. It has the director of the film producing, the entire cast as the voices, so
Nice.
everybody came back. A genuine anime studio
Nice.
attached. It's written by the creator, and it has the band from the game making the music. Like literally everything that could have went right, basically.
See, this is basically what needs to happen with every media going forward. And not only did they, one, anticipate what the fans would like, but B, I mean, two, listen to what we did like and would like, and also added it to it, and just took their time, put in love, and also didn't keep releasing shit until it's actually like basically done. You get what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people rush themselves and push it out there before it's even done. And that goes for all medium, not just like movies and shit. And it's like, bro, if y'all just take your time, work on the low, don't show us shit, just work on it, work on it, work on it, be dedicated to your project, we're gonna love it even more, right? Because people already watch bad shit. Bad shit already makes decent amount of money, right? Imagine if you actually took time to make good shit. People are gonna watch it even more and support you even more. Like, see, if Netflix had bangers like these consistently, I probably wouldn't even notice them increasing their prices. But it's because they always have so much garbage shit, and then they want to increase prices on top of that, where it's just like I'm giving up on these shits. But Scott Pilgrim, it's giving me hope. November 17, damn, that's a long
Mm-hmm.
time, but it's still giving me hope. Like it's
No,
giving
it's
me
I
hope
not.
can
for
It's
the
wait
like
for
three
that.
future.
months. It's like 4 months.
Spider-Man in
Nigga, three
October, you're not gonna worry
months.
about it.
You know what could happen in 3 months? The world could end in
I'll
three
say
months,
you're gonna
nigga.
be
I need that shit
distracted, right? You're gonna be playing
now.
Spider-Man. You're gonna be at the movie.
No,
You're
you're
gonna be
right. You're
distracted.
right. But yeah, I'm just glad that some good shit's still coming now. Not everything is a reboot or a remake or a prequel or just cliche. Like we're getting some actual love.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you get more of it.
But if y'all do want to see short animation of Scott Pilgrim, Adult
Hmm.
Swim actually came out with their version a few years ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Pretty good. It's like a
Actually, did I know
prequel.
that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the creators Scott Pilgrim had anything to do with it. It's short,
Hmm.
like 5 4 minute video.
Okay.
I can just give y'all a little lick of what they're trying to.
Yeah. Nah, but this right here, definitely
Although
seems
this
fire.
one going straight to Netflix, and I had to put mad money into this.
No, yeah. I just
I'm
hope they
getting
don't
that first.
like start hesitating. Like, let's say for some reason, right, it doesn't get the greatest views or anything like that first week or two. Like, don't automatically give up on it and cancel it. Like, shit needs the time to cook. You know, like shit needs time to settle. It needs time to actually reach people. There's a
They
lot of shit
shouldn't
coming
cancel it.
out
They better
too.
cancel it. This should be as
They
long as
better
Cyberpunk.
nah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like
There's
Netflix is so
nothing, bro.
quick
There's
to
like only
cancel
five,
shit.
6 books. That's not much.
True, right? They can do all the books for the first season, but that doesn't mean they can't come up with new stories to tell. I feel like Saw Program has a
My
lot of
God, no
potential.
need. Just don't drag it.
They
Just don't
have
drag it.
the original niggas for everything. If they're gonna make new shit, now's the time to do
If they
it.
can
You know
make
what
a
I'm
fucking
saying?
less than 2 hour long movie about this shit, they don't need to make a season
Oh, I don't
two.
want a movie. I want episodes. I want
No,
show. Is it
no,
gonna
I'm
be a
saying,
movie or it's
like
just
the
gonna be?
movie, they ain't no series for it. You know what I mean? It's a one and done.
Yeah.
It's like the series. The series is a one and done.
No,
The
no, I
anime
feel
is gonna be
you.
like 8 episodes, 10 episodes.
But what I'm saying is because they have all the original people, is that if they were to make new shit ever, now this is their chance to do it. You got what I'm saying?
Oh
Keep the
yeah, fair play.
momentum, keep
Yeah.
everything, and if y'all like see that this shit's cooking, don't just like okay, but okay, we're done. Like keep it cooking for a little bit. Now, don't drag it on, like you said, for sure. Like, once you see it starts going down, okay, cool, we call it. Don't drag it, but don't cut it too short either. Netflix has that problem of cutting shit too short, and they don't give it enough time to actually get better or do more and let it become just a greater show. So I just hope they keep an open mind to it.
But yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that and we will report back to everyone as soon as this shit drops. So we're looking forward to it. Moving on to more pop culture stuff. We got some movies that Edwin wanted to talk about here. The first one is Strays, a new movie that came out.
Oh, yes, I'll keep this nice and short, but let me tell y'all, if you're anything like me, you've been fatigued with all these superhero movies, especially with the whole multiverse concept. Sometimes you just want to have a good time and relax, right? And this is where Stray comes in. Now, Stray is exactly what it seems like. It's just a movie where you go to watch dogs do a whole bunch of stupid shit, right? It's funny, it's entertaining, and it's nice and simple. And honestly, I think the best part of the whole movie was Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell, just iconic duo in my opinion. Like we need to get more of them together. I don't think I've seen them together before in any other movie, but I just love their chemistry in this one. Every time like they were just talking to each other, it was funny, it was entertaining. The movie's very simple, but it's also a very pleasant watch. I would recommend it. Again, if you're just sick of all this superhero shit, just you want to watch a fun little movie, definitely watch Strays. I would give it a nice little 6 out of 10.
That was Edwin's quick review. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if Antonio's seen it.
Mm-mm. I've not seen it. It looks like another. Oh, what was that stupid fucking
Yeah, that's what that
fairy
reminded
tale
me of too.
chihuahua?
Yeah, just one of those cash grabs.
Rated R
That's what I was
everything
thinking
chihuahua.
of. Oh my god, you reminded me. Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly that, but like funnier. Like it's rated R and shit. They definitely take advantage of the
I didn't know that people with 10
rated
made it.
R. I actually didn't know that either. I just found that out. But yeah, they definitely take advantage of their rated R. Like a lot of movies get rated R for nothing. This one definitely needed it. They were getting kind of outlandish in this movie. Like they were getting wild. But highly recommended though. And then to our second movie, the last voyage of the Demeter. Let me tell you, this movie has great acting, like impeccable acting. I honestly finished it just for the acting alone. Like I didn't care too much about the story per se. It's a typical vampire movie. A vampire escapes on a ship and then starts killing people. I will say that the kills themselves were a little bit lackluster. They definitely could have used a little bit more attention and love for the kills, but the actors was just phenomenal. Like they just kept me endorsed like in the fucking world, especially, and if I'm butchering his name, I'm sorry. The main character, Corey Hawkins, that's the actor that plays him. Great fucking actor. Like I think that's the first movie I've seen him in, if I'm not wrong. But goddamn, do I want to see him in more. That man stole every scene he was in. Him and the captain, Liam Cunningham was the guy playing the captain. Another amazing actor. Definitely just great movie, and it has a really good world setting overall. Like the movie takes place in the ship for the most part, and the ship does a good job of kind of giving you anxiety throughout the entire thing because it's a massive ship. But when you're actually like inside moving around, it's very small, tight hallways, very narrow hallways, very small quarters. So imagining yourself in that situation being chased by a vampire is very frightening. But then the vampire also flies. So if you're outside where there's like nothing but the fucking sea, you're also fucked. So the movie definitely does a good job of building anxiety, but it could use a little bit better with the kills. But the acting is definitely great. I would give the movie a good 7 out of 10.
The black guy,
Hmm.
that's the main character,
Yeah.
plays Dr. Dre
You Dr. Dre?
in the Straight Outta Compton movie.
Is he?
Yeah,
I never seen that movie. Shit, I'm about to watch it now.
the movie's really good.
Yeah, real quick, I just looked him up. He was also in 24 Legacies, Survival. He was in Six Underground and a couple other movies. Definitely recommend you check out his work. Great actor. And if you have time, definitely check out this movie. It's definitely a different feel from anything else I've seen recently.
All right. Thank you for that. Those two reviews. Edwin's been on his movie grind, so we appreciate him. He's always looking out for the podcast. Actually, let me start with this first. First, I want to start with The Flash because we did see The Flash. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm just all I'm gonna say is it was overhyped. It was very overhyped. Everybody was singing its praises.
Hmm.
But then when we watched it, it was really not that good. And not only that, it doesn't even
Hmm.
follow the Flashpoint Paradox like comic or the animated movie. And I rewatched the Flashpoint movie after, and I had Edwin watch it too, just so we could be on the same page of how
Hmm.
trash that the live action movie was. And I just want to bring up this
Yeah.
tweet because the budget was 220 million, but that doesn't account for the marketing budget, which is additional 150 million. So in total, rounds up to around
Hmm.
400 million. So they spent 400 million on it. And then the theater
Hmm.
always takes around one third of the box office, meaning that the movie only brought in $80 million for them at the end of the day. So The Flash lost the studio around $320 million. That's how much money they lost, and I can see why, bro. Like that movie was honestly a disappointment.
Yo. Mind you, these are the same people that didn't release Batgirl or was it Batwoman
Mm.
because they were afraid of losing money. But look how much they lost with Flash. That
Talking
is
about we don't want to
crazy.
release garbage and then do this.
Let me tell you, honestly, The Flash would have been a great movie with just two changes, right? Hear me out. Take out that multiverse, though. It wasn't even a multiverse movie. First of all, it was a timeline. It was a time travel movie technically, but don't tie it into the Flashpoint, right? Don't call it Flashpoint, none of that, and just call it a Batman and Flash movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really what it was. It was a Batman and Flash movie, right? Batman, in
It
my
should have been
opinion, was the
shorter
best part of the
too.
movie. Yeah, should have been shorter too. Like the last scene was pointless. I went back to think about it honestly. That whole fight that they had with the fucking Kryptonians and shit, it was pointless because not only
It
did
was
they
stupid too.
lose,
It was ugly
yeah.
in broad daylight.
yeah, like it was just weird. Like they lost, they got their ass beat, lose, and then just end up traveling back in time to just basically say, "Yo, the movie never happened."
Yeah,
Like
and there was just a lot of
it was weird.
controversies surrounding the movie too, like Ezra Miller doing a bunch of illegal stuff. Fucking
Yeah.
people were talking about the CGI in the movie not looking well. They didn't have Grant Gustin, CW Flash in it, and that pissed a lot of people off. That even
Oh my
pissed
god,
me
yeah.
off because I'm like, bro,
It pissed me off. I'm not even a DC nigga. I didn't even watch the Flash TV show, and I
like
was still upset that he wasn't in it. I'm like, bro,
So
that
I was
was
waiting for him
that
to
was
pop
they
out.
obvious.
It
could have
was like, oh,
basically
no.
copied Marvel. That would have been our Tobey Maguire moment when the Spider-Man were looking at each other. That was our fucking moment for the Flashes to fucking look at each
Yeah.
other and be like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And we couldn't even get that. We get Reverse Flash. Like, oh my
Crazy is,
god.
and the craziest part is that the fucking Ezra Miller Flash, I'm pretty sure made a cameo in the TV
Yeah.
show for Flash. So it's not like
Yep.
it would have been
Mm.
impossible either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. DC's fucking up. Hopefully James Gunn can save it. Credit due where it's due though. The performances in the Flash were amazing. Even Ezra himself, I don't fuck with that nigga, but goddamn, can he act?
Yeah, I think he's doing like the most work because he has played himself twice.
Definitely. Which is probably
Hmm.
why they couldn't fucking just change the whole movie and fire him.
Fire him.
Yeah. Because he was doing so much fucking work. But then I also did want to talk about their new project, My Adventures with Superman. I think I watched the first 5, 6 episodes, and after watching episode one, I knew from the bat that this show was going to be super garbage. I couldn't believe it. When it first,
Yeah, it
oh,
stopped
he
after
stopped after
episode
3.
3. I couldn't
Damn.
urge. I couldn't
I thought
urge.
that's what the
But
trailer
they're
came out.
saying they're trying to sneak
Oh god,
Batman into
alright.
it.
But,
They might start
oh
adding,
god.
might have cameos.
No, I
Yeah, I
just
give
feel
it
like
to
the
so
show
far.
doesn't know anything about Superman and the comics, and they're just doing their own thing. I heard somebody say this is actually a fanfic, a self-insert fanfic, and I was like, oh, that actually makes a lot more sense when you look at it like that. This happened to DC before with their "I'm Not Starfire" comic. The author like literally
Hmm.
self-inserted her into the story, made the main character look like herself, and then she was just bitching and moaning throughout the entire thing, and it was terrible. And I guess the same thing's going on
Hmm.
here. Like, I just can't with the Superman show. Like, they don't get any of the characters right. They don't even get the relationships right, and it just makes it a hard watch. And the animation too. Like, It's really not up there. We have anime like Jujutsu Kaisen and
Yeah.
fucking One Piece going crazy every single week. And fucking Bleach comes out going crazy every single week, back to back with the
Hmm.
craziest animation you ever seen in your life. And then we got My Adventures with Superman. Like, I'm not saying everything needs to be S tier, but like this animation just doesn't like keep up. Like, look at the Invincible animation, like when the new with the Adam Eve.
Now I'm saying this is fucking Superman we're talking about. You could
Right.
do so much with him, and they want to focus on the fucking the Daily Bugle aspect of things, or Daily Planet aspect of life. There is so much more we could do. I honestly thought the show was gonna be about Lois Lane going about her fucking business, and every time she gets caught up in shit,
Exactly,
Superman
the
just comes to
tried and
save
true
her.
method.
Like that should have been an easy 15-minute short like series right there.
I haven't seen any of the episodes. Just looking at this trailer, though. I mean, the animation. I don't know. I feel like I'd be fine with it, but it honestly looks like they're doing every anime cliche ever, which is exactly what you would expect from an American studio trying to like
Mm-hmm.
make an
Mm-hmm.
anime
An
Superman,
anime
an anime
anything. Even
anything
Edwin gets it.
really.
Edwin gets it. Like it just smells like bait.
Like if I can tell this in the trailer, then shit, I don't even know where to just like watching it. Like pause it right here. Like that face he did, it was the most fucking cliche.
No,
I'm
I
sorry,
got
right now.
you.
Hang on, hang on. Wait for it. Wait for
I
it.
got
You already
you.
know what I'm talking about. Pause it right there. Like the
I
This
see
is
it.
this
nah,
I
it's
see
boy.
it.
not. You know, like nigga, stop. You're not in the edit. You're not a main character. Even though you are the main character, you're literally not a main character. Like it is exactly what I would picture a fucking the stereotype that everybody considers fucking anime or nerds kind of be when they're like talking to girls all shy and shit or whatever the fuck. Like that's what
Mhm.
they're making them out to be. And it's like, bro, that's fucking Superman. Like if I'm Superman, I'm spitting game. You're never gonna see me stuttering, flinching
No,
an
but Edwin,
eye,
when I tell you
blushing, none
that the
of that shit.
romance
What the
takes up the
fuck?
entire show, that it's so fucking annoying, bro. It is so
Yeah.
annoying. Compared to the old
Nah.
Superman shows, like Superman Animated Adventures, like that's literally the
Mhm.
perfect example, perfect way to do a Superman show. Superman works at the Daily Bugle.
It
Mhm.
is all
Yeah,
puppy
Superman
love.
works at the Daily Bugle. Some shit goes down. He leaves. He takes care of it. He comes back. Boom. That's all you had to do.
And Edwin, this is all on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Adult. This is a grown adult show.
This shit looks like it's for kids, bro. I kid you not. I would put my little sister
But
onto the show. Is there even any blood?
I don't even know. I just know like the action scenes just
I
aren't
don't think so.
that compelling. Like I said, like Invincible has way better animation. I wish they had that level. They don't even have that. So you're not watching it for
Mm-hmm.
the animation. So I guess you're gonna watch it for the characters, but you're not watching it for the characters because none of the characters are faithful. They changed Lois Lane completely because Lois Lane, she's supposed to work at the
Hmm.
fucking newspaper. She's supposed to be like the top dog, like she runs that shit. And this one, they made her a fucking intern, a noob. She's the same status as Superman. So that's why they're always together. They're always going on goofy adventures because they're all level one noobs. And it's like, that's not the original relationship. The original relationship is Superman being new to the human society. He wants to
Mm-hmm.
get accustomed to it. That means he has to get a job and he has to work under people and he has to learn how to work with people and their quirkiness. But in this one, it's just they just throw it out the window. Like it's all fun and games and romance here.
This could also just be me being a little bit more nitpicky, right? And I noticed how it's been since the creation of Superman that he just puts on glasses and nobody can tell it's him. But for one, that shit's stupid because it's 2023. Like I don't think anyone in any multiverse function ever could ever fall for that stupid ass disguise, right? I understand it's always been like that, but if you're gonna at least keep it that way, where his glasses are the only disguise, then why are you having it so Lois and him are always basically
Exactly.
in the same scene? Like, even the biggest idiot would figure out that they're the same fucking person if she's always looking at his face. And the only difference is
And
the
Jimmy
glasses.
figures it out too. He figures it
You know what
out
I'm
in
saying?
the
So just
episode.
just weird.
Lois doesn't figure it out, and then
Nobody.
Jimmy's like, "Oh yeah, I've been to you as Superman," and then they're both shook, like, "What? You knew?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro, it's mad obvious."
You
And it's
see?
like
Like,
it is
that's
stupid
just
because it's like, all right,
stupid.
so why did you set the entire show up on it on his secret and then just make it say it was obvious anyway.
That's just
One of the
dumb.
episodes were dedicated to that. Yeah, just the secret.
It's dumb. It's just dumb. It's like it's either super obvious that everybody knows, or it's not and nobody knows. But you can't literally just have one character say, "Oh, of course I knew," for a fucking joke. Like no one's gonna laugh at that, bro. That's stupid. You're gonna have your audience questioning. Wait, so if he knows, why
Exactly.
doesn't Lois know? If she's
Exactly.
always with this nigga,
And she's supposed to be
like
a
that's
news
stupid.
reporter, bro. Come the fuck on.
A
It's
news
just so
reporter.
I just don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Who greenlit this shit? Lois Lane should be working there, calling the fucking shots, bro. Chasing the stories. Like she should not be around Superman like this.
They did a better job with April and the new TMNT than they did with Lois. I always kind of consider them kind of the sameish characters, like news reporters, always looking out for the truth, always trying to like help out society and shit. You know, making sure
But
that
how
no one
about
gets away
April
with
would break your
shit.
face in? I'll
That
give it
too,
that at
yeah.
least.
But I'm saying, like, in terms of like, because when me and Amani saw the TMNT shit, we were talking about April, like, oh, now the design's gonna be terrible. They probably fucked up her character and shit. They were still pretty faithful to the way her character acted and shit. She's still kind of a loser because she's like a teenager now, or whatever. So she was still kind of in her looser phase, but she was very like about getting the truth down and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was very attention to detail. She was very organized, very like she was a very caring person about news and shit. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm hearing about Lois Lane, they literally just made her a fucking idiot for plot device, and they have her figure shit out when it's more convenient versus when they just need to like drag it on. She can never figure it out. Like that's just stupid. Like
Yeah,
she can,
yeah.
like she's either capable or she's not, but you can't just play around with both of the fucking with both of them. You know, like make her capable and she can figure it out, or make her dumb. But I feel like they're kind of doing that in between shit. Like where is she? Where is she? And she's an intern
It's
too, like you
so
said. That's just
bad.
stupid. That's just
It's like
stupid.
from the animation to the characters to the plot, it's all bad. It's not there. I'm not gonna watch anymore. Like I watched the first six, 7 episodes.
Nah, you gotta finish it so you can do a
I don't know.
analysis
That's
and
how you get
review.
shit like Velma season 2. That's how that shit happens when people start hate watching and shit. I drop shit.
You're right.
Oh yeah, I did bring up this trailer for She-Ra because I was gonna say it kind of the way they act reminds me of She-Ra. I watched all the She-Ra and I do recommend the series. It's on Netflix. She-Ra is
It was
heat,
heat.
but
It
I
was
feel like they
heat.
try to copy this shit, like with the way all the characters act and their mannerisms. It's like, bro, this
Yeah.
shit is not She-Ra. We're in the DC fucking universe. Stop playing with my fucking name, bro.
Like the comedy, the theme, like the vibe is definitely on She-Ra. She-Ra just executed it. Probably because they kept fucking He-Man out of everything. Just made a show about Lois Lane.
But yeah, I just wanted to call them out on that. Like Antonio said, they tried to copy She-Ra, but they fucked it up with the mannerisms and the vibes of the characters. Like, especially the supporting cast, the people at the Daily Bugle. Like, I swear, I was thinking of
Hmm.
what was that dude's name? I don't know. He's like a big jerk and nobody likes him. He's part of the extra news crew. But I got fucking She-Ra vibes from that guy, and I was like, this is just a mess. With that being said, we're gonna wrap up this episode here. We kind of went longer than 30 minutes. But this is our first episode in a while, so we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah.
No video game stuff in this one, but we'll get in the next episode. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.